everyone, welcome to episode 52 of the Just Us Guys podcast. We are here today with the normal cast and crew of everybody. Sorry we missed last week. If you haven't seen, Rocky Mountain Forest Products had a really big convention they were doing. Wouldn't had time to edit, so we just kind of backburnered last week.
It's a slow week anyways.
Plus, yeah, there wasn't a ton to talk about. We will touch on Brady retiring, or maybe not. I don't know if you guys saw that today. He said never say never, so that's a whole thing. The Pro Bowl happened, which was dog shit. But yeah, the Super Bowl, the Superb Owl is here. So yeah, I mean that's what this episode's gonna be about. Let's be real. I mean, we're gonna talk about a couple of things here and there, but it's Super Bowl week.
It's the last week of like really diving deep into football for a while. So, with free agency and stuff like that, that's sprinkled in everything. It's not like it's the primary talk. This is the primary talk.
That's what it is the season.
Yeah.
By the way, this is the longest NFL season of all time, so we're finally here.
Technically true. I know getting all these things popping up on social medias of like on this day, these past
Super Bowls are being won.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. As usual, how's everyone? How are the last 2 weeks? I haven't really done much. I went to a casino. Trying to go to Topgolf sometime within the next 2 weeks. I'm going to a hockey game Thursday. Yeah, I haven't really done all that much. Hung out with a lady. That's been about it.
Yeah, we had family in town all weekend. They were here from Thursday into yesterday. Literally left yesterday. Yes. So had family in town. We had to our buddy Peyton's baby shower on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
In Ohio, and then just been braving the snowstorms that we've been getting about once a week. So that's pretty much it. There's not much we could do with that being said. So it hasn't been too crazy on our end.
Yeah, I did forget that we both did get blizzards.
Oh, yeah. Well, and Evan got ice, so.
Yeah, we just got like a foot of snow out here where it was like -3 the whole time. So it was a good combination of both.
Yeah.
Yep.
Evan, I know you won money at the casino. How's everything else been?
Everything else was good. Like Cal said, I mean, just bearing the weather elements. We've had a couple bad weeks of weather, so can't really do much.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Hopefully for our little Super Bowl get together, the weather stays fine enough to travel.
Yeah, I didn't see anything too crazy this week. Nothing that was alarming anyways to get updates on and stuff, so should be fine. Yeah, everything's like 34. It's actually supposed to rain on Friday, but then a little bit of snow on Saturday, and then 17 degrees and sunny on Sunday. So
yeah, I'm really trying to actively get out and golf or go to a range because it's like 60 out here all week.
Yeah,
and all the snow's gone already.
Freaking weird, man. Colorado is so weird.
It's awesome.
It's literally bipolar. It's so bipolar.
Yeah. Out of the next 10 days, only one is in the 30s. Everything else is 45 and higher.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You just got a foot of snow, and then
not just a foot of snow. Like it was negative degrees for like consecutive days.
Yeah.
And now here we are. It's great. I can't wait to golf. Yeah. Hey, for the first time in what seems like forever, Cal's Corner is returning.
Yeah,
so, Cal,
it's been 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks because the last episode I came in late, so I didn't have a question. So. This has to do with Super Bowl related, football related, but kind of. So in regards to, we all know the high ticket prices for this football game, like it's just astronomically high for you to go into the game. So keep that in mind when I ask this question. But how much would it take for someone to offer you in a bet to streak on the football field in the Super Bowl? How much would it take?
So, for a point of reference, that guy that did it in the Chiefs-Bills game, right? He didn't streak, but he ran onto the field. That was $1,000.
He got jacked up. Yeah, he got jacked up by Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, that was $1,000. I mean, that's worth it in itself. But the Super Bowl, because I'm pretty sure you're getting streak also is public indecency. So.
Well, I'm not talking about naked. I'm just talking about running the field.
Okay, run on the field.
I'm saying streaking. Yeah, I'm saying streaking as in running the field. Trespassing on an area you're not supposed to be at.
Well, no matter where you do it, you're banned for life from that stadium.
Yeah, and it's kind of good for us because we're out when we ever going to go to LA.
I was going to say I would never be back in LA.
Exactly.
What's does anyone know what the fine is, and B, Don't
There's
you spend the
really
night?
no fine. There's
I think-
literally
Spend a
no
night
fine.
in jail?
No, there really isn't. They literally go put you in jail to the end of the game and they send you on your way.
Yeah, I think it also depends on like the state and what's going on there too, like with how strict they're being.
Yeah, the guy that happened in the Chiefs game, he didn't get the guy didn't get fined or anything. He just they put him in.
They
guys-
handcuffed him, arrested
jail,
him.
and
Yeah, they did the whole song and dance.
But
guys-
the reason why I say put the mind in the ticket prices in mind, because at that point you're done watching the football game, so you pretty much threw that money out the window. The five.
It's got to be at least your ticket, of
7.
course.
Yeah.
Right now it's at 7.
7,000. Yeah, so
So 10. So 10,000 for me.
Last year, you guys remember last year what happened, right?
yeah.
So-
Didn't a chick do it last year?
Well,
No,
last
you're
year,
thinking of the World
somebody-
Series when that one chick flashed the
Or that's
Julie
Julie
Rose.
Rose. Yeah, but no, there was a girl that ran onto the football field not too long ago, and I thought it was a Super Bowl.
I may have been.
Last year, somebody
She
put
was hot.
an
She was a
abhorrent-
model. Like she was an
Instagram.
it was an Instagram model. I can't remember. She was
Mhm.
she was smoking. She was
Somebody
blonde.
put an abhorrent amount of money on somebody, streaking. That was some site they found.
Oh,
it on.
and he did it
Nobody
himself.
did it. He did
That's
it
it.
himself.
That was last year. Yeah, that was wild because we were talking about that in the podcast.
That's the-
I actually
That's
think
like
it was
1,000
I
IQ.
think it was the website mybookie.ag.
yeah,
I think
Yeah.
it was mybookie.
I can't remember if they paid him or not.
They didn't.
They didn't. No.
Hey, good try. I mean, it was that
valued
was,
effort.
yeah.
They should though. That's bullshit. Doesn't matter if
No,
it's
they
you or someone
absolutely
else.
Yeah.
should.
They should because they didn't see that coming. They messed
Well,
up
it
the
didn't
bet.
specify that you can't
And
do it.
Yeah, right.
It just
Yeah.
said a streaker.
Show me the fine print.
Okay, so for me, I mean, to get
It's
in
probably there now. It's probably there now.
Yeah.
So realistically, I mean, because I'm assuming I got to pay my way in. Like I'm a minimum $10,000.
Yeah. Yeah, so
It's
you're
a
netting.
minimum
You're
10.
netting at best $3,000,
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
gonna get handcuffed and roughed up a little bit. I
and most
assume.
likely, good chance that you are going to get some social media presence because a lot of these people fucking blow up a little bit.
Yeah.
after they do it
okay,
and
I
stuff.
can. Yeah, at least $10,000. That is like the floor, though.
Yeah. I got a feeling this year, especially, they're going to be even like more strict because what happened in Kansas City, like literally a video comes out of the kid saying how $1,000
How
people on the
much?
field and he did it.
Well,
Yeah,
and
so,
on
like,
top of it, the thing is, like with SoFi, their whole thing is like that you're on the field. Like some of those seats are literally like
Yeah,
next to the field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's built this way, not this way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're built out. Yeah, no, I'm probably saying 10-15. Okay.
Yeah, as the floor.
Yeah.
If someone wants to negotiate more, I'm down. Like we can
Yeah.
start getting crazy with shit, but like 10 is the
Yeah.
floor for sure.
Yeah. Now, if like that dude goes, "Hey, $1,000," I'm like, dude, I paid $7 to get in here,
Yeah, I
bro.
was
Come
gonna
on,
say,
what are you
that's
talking
a
about?
non-starter.
Yeah. Yeah. Kidding me?
Now I'll sit here and pay
is it
$18 a
even
beer.
It's gonna be a $10,000 trip to fly out there, get a hotel, be there for the weekend because you know those hotels are just and Airbnbs are skyrocketed for this weekend because people are coming in. So they're
LA
literally just,
too. They're
Yeah.
always high.
yeah, but like even more so because of this weekend. So like even then, you're looking at a $10,000 plus trip already just for the
Sure,
weekend.
bad guys.
So yeah, I would say 15ish.
Yeah, I mean I think that's fair. Double your money.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I like it. Evan's not here, but I don't think it's going to matter too much for the Mile High question, which shout out to the boys at Mile High Sports Radio, the
A little
Afternoon
bit.
Drive, Eric Goodman, Andrew Mason. Massive shout out to him.
A little bit of a clerical error on both of our ends.
Yeah, no, just a couple of hiccups in there, but we're back. We're all the way back. We have the question, and we have a little follow-up, too, because I think it makes the question a little more interesting. But with the Broncos' new head coach, Nathaniel Hackett, and offensive coordinator, Justin Outen, they have dynamic personalities. How does this make you feel about them, leading the team in the future? Because everything that was said about Nathaniel Hackett, from Rodgers, from LaFleur to Alan Lazard, all of them talk up how great of a personality he is, how well liked he is. I mean, 2 years ago, not this past year, but 2 years ago, the Packers had an 88% red zone efficiency, so they started calling it the gold zone because Hackett loves Austin Powers Goldmember. And he would always scream, "I love gold!" He's just that type of dude. Kind of like Mike McDaniels, which we'll talk about next week, but I know Cade has some feelings about that man being hired as the Dolphins head coach. that's neither here nor there right now.
He kind of looks like him, low-key.
Kind of. But, yeah, Nathaniel Hackett and Justin Outten, both Packers formerly. Yeah, I mean, how do you guys feel about them leading the Broncos? Because for me personally, I think it's good. I mean, you got to have the right personality to lead a locker room. I think that we all know that. Like, you can be like Tomlin and be very stoic, like Belichick, be very stoic, but be someone that gets results. I mean, Tomlin is the pinnacle of players coach. And then you have people like, who am I trying to think of?
What's his face in the Jets?
Salah.
Salah, yeah.
Salah.
Like a drill instructor, basically.
Who's literally going to tackle you in the sideline.
Yeah, or Vrabel. Like Vrabel again.
Vrabel,
like
same way. Yeah.
These guys all have different personalities, but the end results are, for the most part, Jets are still up in the air.
Like at McVay, he's got an actual coach, actual pullback coach where he's literally on the field. He can't help but be on the field. He has someone that's literally paid to pull him back.
Yes.
To keep him on the sideline.
So for me, I think that it's probably a good fit. Now, again, it doesn't. I think we've all realized it doesn't matter in the NFL if you don't have a quarterback, and right now the Broncos don't have a quarterback. So it doesn't matter how well liked they are or how good they are. You need a quarterback for the most part. Look at Zach Taylor. He was 4-25 before Joe Burrow. And even with Joe Burrow, because Joe only won 2 games his first year in those 8 games. But now, first full season, they're in the Super Bowl. Like, you need a quarterback or at least something to execute your style of offense. So.
Well, you need another leader. You need a player. You need a leader in the players. I mean, for me, it's always great to have positivity in your locker room. I mean, it doesn't matter who it's coming from, but especially from your coaches. I mean, yeah, like you said, it's, there's every coaching style is different, but if you're upbeat, positive, and get the most out of your players, it doesn't matter how it is, as long as you're doing that, and that's how you're going to keep your job in the NFL. As we know, it's a high turnover rate for most places. So, yeah, I mean, for all I can say is stick to your strengths, and yeah, I mean, it will, only time can tell, and hopefully they have a lasting relationship, because you never want to see a coach get hired and then fired within the next couple of years. So hopefully the positive attitude just keeps going.
No.
Positively.
I personally don't think it matters like who you are as a person as much as it matters like just the guys respecting you. Because like I think like people like I don't know the name of the coach for Houston that just got fired.
David Culley.
David Culley, right? So David Culley, even though they didn't win a lot of games, they competed. They had a team of guys who wanted to play for him, and that's why it's BS that he got fired.
Because
that was another perfect example.
He didn't win games because.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, yeah. It's not his job to develop. Well, I mean, it is his job to develop talent, but it's not his job to try to win with a talentless team. Period. His job is not that. His job is to go out and compete every day. Like. Everyone's all in, like what's going on, like that's his job. It's manager's job to get the talent around you. So like you said about the quarterback, like is it Nathaniel Hackett's job if they do not get a quality starting quarterback for a team that's only one positional player away? No. So he could be the greatest guy in the world and he could do the greatest job that he could, but if he doesn't have that one piece, he's probably not going to go above 500 and most likely will be fired within 3 seasons.
The problem is like
that's just
again, the Broncos, Kate, as you just mentioned, the Broncos they are one piece away from competing. The problem is you're competing in arguably the hardest division.
So you got to do something. So like what I'm saying is like what we're probably going to see happen is the same thing we just saw happen. We're probably going to see a head coach come in, be like the team's going to buy in. He's going to have a philosophy. The team's going to be in it. But then at the end of the day, they're going to finish 4th in the division because they're just not talented enough. And at the end of the day, he's going to lose his job, and it's not his fault. And it's not his fault because it's not his fault that teams don't put enough talent around the coach.
Again,
but that's their job.
Well, and again, for a point of reference on Nathaniel Hackett, he is the OC that took the Jacksonville Jaguars to literally a quarter away from a Super Bowl. So
right, and they had a solid team that year.
They did. Their defense was stellar.
But
and
Nathaniel Hackett
through Fournette.
Was like
Nathaniel Hackett has been blessed with 2 just top tier quarterbacks.
The boat and the goat, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
right. Yeah. So I mean, it's just one of those things where like I love people who love football. Like just an example, like Doug Peterson. I'm really glad that he got another shot because he 100% should be an NFL coach. but it's not his fault that Howie Roseman drafted Jalen Reagor and Arcega-Whiteside instead of drafting DK Metcalf or Justin Jefferson.
JJ.
Not his fault. That's not his job. So when you blame it on him, it's not fair. It's the same thing as we talk about with quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are the only position in football that can have a win-loss record beside their name. And it has really nothing to do with
It's like a pitcher.
It's just like a pitcher.
Where pitchers actually have win losses beside their name.
DeGrom can
goalies do too. Goalies think kind of the same way.
Goalies can absolutely win or lose games in hockey.
Yeah.
DeGrom can go out there and throw 10 strikeouts, give up one home run. One hit, one home run, 10 strikeouts, and lose.
Correct.
And he played fantastic. Like, it's just so it's hard for me to it's hard, especially with everything that's been going on with NFL coaches the last week or so. It's really hard for me to understand anything. So,
hey Evan, you good down there, bro?
Yeah, I'm good.
Your camera's
he's
off.
folding laundry. That would be my guess. But my follow-up to this question is because as Cade mentioned, also Rich Bisaccia is another one. He had that locker room entirely bought in for the Raiders, and they shipped him out anyway.
Crazy.
That sucks.
He's a Packers special teams coach now. I am so jacked.
He went on a great run.
What you guys needed.
You think?
He went on a great
How
run.
much are you paying them?
The whole team bought into them. They hire a new GM and they bring in a coach who
failed miserably in Denver.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to strike out again.
Yeah,
even if Rodgers doesn't come back, I still think it's a great hire for you guys.
No, I don't care that we're making him the highest paid special team coach of all time. We need it, clearly. It's that simple. Do you know in the last, I think it was 5 or 6 years, his special teams unit has not allowed a blocked kick or a blocked punt.
Well, that's definitely something you guys need.
I
think I saw 6 block kicks out of the...
Dude, I said it. I quite literally said it about the Packers.
This year.
I said it literally week 6. I'm like, the reason the Packers aren't going to win.
No, it was after the Bengals game.
Is because of their special teams play.
No.
Literally, it's good.
It was after the Bengals game when they had missed everything. They got a new long snapper, everything. It was writing was on the wall. But the follow up to the Mile High question is a question that I posed on the Just Us Guys Twitter. If you don't follow it, go follow it. But it's, if you're the Broncos, because they have a ton of draft or trade capital, would you trade for Aaron Rodgers or would you trade for Kyler Murray? Because if you haven't seen, Kyler Murray recently has deleted all Arizona Cardinals related content.
Broncos.
Off
By the way,
his Instagram.
It's not only his bio. He took out every post.
Yeah, and the only post he has left is the Pro Bowl where it's him and Mike Evans, and it's a screenshot of what Mike Evans said, and it said, "I always wanted to catch a ball from a Texas legend," and as we know, Tom Brady's gone. The Bucs need a quarterback.
Yeah.
So if Arizona, if he's unhappy, and if Arizona is willing to field deals for Kyler Murray, which would be mental.
It would be very wild.
Would you trade for Aaron Rodgers, who has, at most, I would say 5 years left? 3 probably of elite football play.
5 is if he doesn't decide to quit early.
Yeah, correct. Absolutely.
Right.
In a perfect world.
Big variable.
In a perfect world. Or would you trade for Kyler Murray, who is, by all accounts, just entering his prime? Because I followed it up with a question, this is straightforward for me.
Yeah. Can I go?
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, if you're looking to win a Super Bowl, 1 year, you're not afraid to get rid of all your assets for 1 year to have a chance to win the Super Bowl, you take Aaron Rodgers. Because if Aaron Rodgers wins the Super Bowl, he could retire the very next day. Okay? If you're okay with that, if you're okay with saying taking Rodgers, win a Super Bowl, retire, because that's probably what's going to happen, then that's your guy. If you want the next 10 to 15 years of high-level football, you definitely have a chance to win a Super Bowl with Kyler Murray, who's not even in his prime yet, like Di said. And you probably would give up the same amount of assets, I would guess, maybe even more, because he's younger, much younger. Mm-hmm. I mean, me personally, I would take Kyler Murray for the next 10 years, 12 years, hypothetically, before I would take Aaron Rodgers with 5, at most 5, and we'll say the risk of not retiring at any moment.
with the team like the Broncos, I'm taking Kyler Murray 10 times out of 10 because of the team that they have. They're young. It's a young football team. Now, you take the team like Tampa Bay, like you said, I would take Rodgers. Over Kyler because they're an older football team. They have players that might be leaving, free agency, stuff like that. Contract years for a lot of those big name players on that roster, both offensively and defensively. So that's what I'm saying. As a Broncos, with the question, I would take Kyler over Aaron because even if Aaron is on their team, it's not a guaranteed Super Bowl for them because of the division they play in. But you having Kyler, you are going to have the longevity of having a chance, having a chance to win a Super Bowl with him.
Also, like I understand that the Peyton Manning. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I understand that the Peyton Manning experiment worked out flawlessly. Like no one can ever say that didn't work
Super
out.
Bowls in 4 years,
right? And they won one of them, right? Yep. But at the end of the day, is though it left them searching for a franchise quarterback for 7 years now.
Yes, this is going on. They currently have the second longest playoff drought behind the Jets.
Right.
The Denver Broncos, who never missed consecutive postseasons ever until after Peyton Manning.
Right. So
was their last one the one that Tebow broke our hearts?
Like, as much as we all
Peyton came after Tebow.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Like as much as we all preach, like hey, if you're gonna do it, go all in.
Their last playoff appearance was Super Bowl 50.
Yeah. Yeah, Calvin. It was 2016 against the Panthers.
That was their last playoff appearance. The Broncos have been literally the Jets of the West since Super Bowl 50.
Right. But if you're we've all preached 100 times, like if you have a guy who can win a Super Bowl, you go all in. But I mean, if you're also the Broncos at the same time, man, you got 10 years of a quarterback who's going to be a top 10 quarterback. Debate.
That's my whole thing. For me, like I said, it's easy. It's Kyler Murray. I love Aaron Rodgers. I might be one of the biggest Aaron Rodgers fans. It's Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
I don't even one of the guys responded to my tweets and said,
"Isn't Kyler 23?"
No, he's young as shit, dude.
Yeah.
The other thing is
it's the argument of Deshaun Watson. It's the same argument of Deshaun Watson and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
If Deshaun Watson isn't going through his shit right now, who would be a better pick for the Broncos? You're choosing Deshaun Watson. He's 25 years old.
So here's my other thing. There's a bunch of Russ is up in the air. He's 35. I think I take Russ.
This is the biggest
Rodgers.
This is the biggest quarterback this coming season is
again.
Yeah.
So
huge.
Jimmy's definitely gone. Jimmy Garoppolo is definitely gone.
Kyler turned 24, turning 25 this year.
Okay, so he's still younger than Joe Burrow.
Significantly young.
Yeah.
He's still younger than Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kirk Cousins is going to be up. If I'm the Broncos and Kirk Cousins hits free agency, I am throwing everything at him.
Yeah.
I'm realistically.
Kirk Cousins can make them an AFC Championship game.
I mean, dude, before he crumbled slightly at the end of the season, Cade, you and I were going back and forth about it. He had 25 touchdowns to 3 interceptions.
Yeah, I'll look up his finishing touch. I don't know what he ended up finishing.
I think he had 8 interceptions and 30 touchdowns or something, which is still
I will take every day of the year.
I mean, any franchise I think takes it.
So he had 33 touchdowns, 7 picks, and 4,200 yards.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Broncos with that.
And he completed 66%.
Yeah, the Broncos with that are a lock of a playoff team and competing for a top 3 seed, in my opinion.
Agreed. I would agree with that. I would agree that they're the second best team in that division right now with Kirk Cousins.
Well, and again, the Broncos had the third.
I'm going to take him over the Chargers.
The Broncos had the third best points per game defense.
Right.
In the entire league, and they had a losing record.
And the funny thing is, I know that Kirk 4 years ago when he signed that deal was considered a bad deal. Everyone was like, bro, how the would you ever pay Kirk?
It was just very expensive, but it's the quarterback market.
But it's the quarterback room now, and it's actually not nearly as expensive as what it could be from other people.
And again, people don't understand. The whole weird thing with the contracts right now is that COVID didn't let the cap expand, and that's the only time it's ever happened. So they were flat last year, so contracts were insane. The NFL just signed a $110 billion TV deal. That is going to skyrocket the cap.
Yeah.
Like, quarterback deals aren't going to hurt all that much. Now,
that's why they sign those.
No, that's exactly why they do it.
Knowing that the cap's going to go up.
And that's why last year was weird for a lot of teams, and that's why the Saints are like $71 million over and the Packers are $40 million, because no one expected that. No one could have predicted a global pandemic to literally stagnate the cap.
Yeah, like the NBA cap went skyrocketed for next year.
What about baseball?
They don't even have a league right now.
They don't even have a cap.
Yeah, so I just think it's interesting.
Just to talk about Kirk's contract, though, he received a 3-year, $84 million deal, max of $90 million when he first signed.
Yeah.
Right. And then he signed a 2-year, another 2 years, $66 million contract. So if you're talking about bang for your buck, $33 million a year for Kirk Cousins instead of like
Ryan
$40 million a year for Dak Prescott, I'm taking $33 million Kirk Cousins over $40 million Dak every day of the week.
Yeah.
Every day of the week. And also, like, if you're talking about, like, other quarterbacks, like Russell Wilson's $34 million. Again, over Dak in $1 million.
Well, we got just in the carousel, we have, Russ, Kyler now, which is a surprise. Rodgers
is still in there.
Baker's
in there. Technically, Lamar hasn't re-signed yet.
Lamar's a free agent. Lamar's a free agent.
Jimmy's
in there. Deshaun Watson,
Brady's gone.
100% in there. 100%.
Deshaun Watson, Brady's gone. We're looking at 9 to 10 starting quarterbacks.
Jameis Winston,
yeah, coming off of an ACL surgery.
You're looking at close to a dozen, if not a baker's dozen, as some people may say, to starting quarterbacks in the league that might not be playing for that teams we never thought they'd be playing.
Yeah,
for.
Hey, Ben retired at a really good team as the Steelers fan.
Huh?
Ben retired at a really good time for you guys to just reload.
Yeah, dude. I don't even want to get down this road because literally Steelers Twitter is horrible right now. Like one day it's, we're going to draft Kenny Pickett or Malik Williams or whatever, Willis or whatever his name is. Or next week we're going to get Russ or we're going to get A-Rod. We're getting Kyler. It's so annoying. I just want it to be over with. I want it to be like July so bad right now. So we have at least an idea of what we're doing, whether it's a quarterback competition with a draft pick and Mason Rudolph and Dwayne Haskins, whatever. It's annoying. But yes, we're in that, obviously in the discussion. I mean, pretty much every one of our teams are, except for the Eagles, unless they do something dummy and go get someone like Deshaun Watson. They are. Roseman already came out and said that
Hurts is the quarterback.
Hurts is our quarterback. So, but. Yes, to answer your question, Ty, I would definitely go back full circle. As a Broncos organization or fan, I would want Kyler coming there rather than Rodgers.
I think it just makes more sense
for the way the team is right now.
And let's be honest, I know
they're not in a win now situation.
This isn't a knock against Rodgers, but let's just say the ceiling of Kyler, right, is probably not going to be the ceiling of Rodgers. But it's not going to be that much different. It's not like they're going to be
Russ.
I was going to say his ceiling is Russell Wilson.
Yeah. And that will win you. That can win you 5 Super Bowls with the right team.
With the right defense, like we saw with Russ, it can win Super Bowls. And they have.
Want to talk about
the thing is,
comment that was this week.
The thing is, dude, the Broncos genuinely at every level are so good, both offensively and defensively, except quarterback. The running back room is phenomenal if they bring back Melvin Gordon. Because him and Javonte are animals. They are a really good tandem back. Their receivers are locked up and they're all incredibly young. And Noah Fant is like a 6'5", prototypical tight end that is everything you want. He's good at blocking, he's a big body, and he has good hands. They have everything on offense. They just do not have a quarterback.
Yep. They're going to get one, I think. I think
they have to.
I don't think they can risk another biscuit.
No, they have to get it's not just let's bring back Drew Lock on his franchise tag. Let's just draft another guy to sit behind Drew Lock or Teddy Bridgewater if they bring him back. Neither again, I like the Drew Lock. I thought he had a high ceiling. It's done. Those two have to be gone. You have to get a veteran quarterback, and if you want, draft someone.
And I didn't even mention when we're talking about the quarterbacks either too. We got we got over that Carolina situation with Sam Darnold and Cam Newton. What are they going to do over there?
I think you got to go Darnold, but I don't know because they only franchise tagged him. They didn't sign him.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be crazy.
The NFL is awesome.
Yeah. Speaking of NRA quarterbacks, let's talk about the one that retired by chance.
Yeah. Tom Brady retired, but then literally 6 days later, like he announced this, I think, last Tuesday, almost a week ago. And then yesterday he came out and just says, well, never say never.
We don't know what 6 months will hold, for me.
Yeah,
I could be back. But
look,
he did say most likely it's not going to happen. But that's just Tom being Tom, dude. He loves to play those mind games and shit. But, it's definitely wild. I mean, for us as, young adults, our quarterback era is now gone completely.
Rodgers is the longest tenured player left.
Yeah.
And he's going into year 18.
Yeah. So pretty much our entire quarterback era, with, Eli, the Manning brothers, Philip, Big Ben, now
again, that's
Brady.
the other wild thing. Like, Rodgers was drafted a year after Ben, Eli, and Phil.
Yeah.
A year. He just sat three. He just sat three.
Exactly. Yeah, if Aaron Rodgers stays with the Packers, he's easily gonna cover Ben's record for most seasons played with a franchise.
Yeah, because Ben hit what? Ben hit 18 or 19?
He was 19.
Would have been 19 because Aaron's going into his 18th. So yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So if he decides, which I think he's gonna, if he decides to stay as a Packer, he is going to. I mean, he's
should hit that.
Yeah, easily. But yeah, it's crazy. Kudos. Obviously, we saw. Never in a million years I would think that we would see a quarterback have 7 Super Bowls and beat at 10. He went to 10.
He went to 10.
10. Yeah. So that's just crazy. It's
let alone Eagles and the Giants. Shout out to the NFC East.
Yeah. It was completely wild. And the only thing for me that tainted, I wouldn't say tainted his career, but just puts a little bit of it, is he went to Tampa Bay and got a Super Bowl there, which, hey, kudos to him. He got another Super Bowl and he proved that he can do it elsewhere, but he also proved that he can go to a dream team and win a Super Bowl as well.
I was going to say, there was nothing special about that. They had the best offensive line. They had the best receiving core in the league, bar none, and their defense last year was absurd.
Personally, I would respect his career more if he wouldn't even won another Super Bowl and only had 6 Super Bowls. It would have retired a Patriot.
Also, shout out to Brady for, in his retirement speech, not mentioning the Patriots one time.
Yeah, it was funny because after everyone noticed it and went off of all these big.
I was going to say New Englanders lost their shit.
After they did that, he did put out a little picture or something. Thank you.
He quote tweeted a video or something.
Yeah.
No, it was the Patriots. It was the Patriots.
Yeah, that was it.
Comment saying thanks, Tom, and he quoted and said, "Love you guys." That's what
literally that was all the Patriots got, dude.
Yeah, it was nuts. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's nuts that we're getting old, man.
I'm well aware.
Yeah, it's tough, but it was. To have two all-time great quarterbacks go out in the same year is pretty insane.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, Drew Brees went last year. Now it's Ben and Brady, and I mean,
well, we were talking about
Rodgers maybe
that draft class for the Hall of Fame is going to be nuts.
Oh yeah,
because honestly, it could happen where those are 2 quarterbacks there. We're not even talking about who could be on the defensive side, but think about it.
JJ could.
If Phillip Rivers doesn't get in his first ballot, he could get in the second ballot. It'd be Phillip, Ben, and Brady all in the same draft class.
I still don't think Eli's a first ballot Hall of Famer, but his last name's going to make it a first ballot.
Yeah, he'll get first ballot.
I don't think it'll be first ballot.
I pray to God he's not.
I think
it's very reasonable for him to not be a first ballot.
No, but I guarantee
he's a Hall of Famer, but he's not a first ballot.
There's no shot with his name and everything. And they're going to go around that table and they're just going to be like, yeah.
Dude, no matter what, at the end of the day, you're a quarterback that won 2 Super Bowls for a very storied franchise, and you beat Tom Brady twice.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot to not.
Again, that's a lot to. I do understand that, but also statistically, he was 116 and 116 in games. He had a 500 win percentage, and he had a shitload of interceptions.
Yeah.
There's a ton of quarterbacks. Yeah, but there's a ton of quarterbacks in the NFL.
No, Joe Namath. Joe Namath is a perfect
yeah,
example.
like
Joe Namath was a dog shit quarterback, but it was the big story of calling his shot and everything, and then Broadway Joe got into the Hall of Fame.
And being pretty much 50 when he did it.
Some would say, was it almost impressive that Eli Manning was able to take over the course of his career, his team was not great. Over the course of
defense had a couple years.
They had good defense.
Right.
Yeah.
So like we could almost sit here and be like, maybe Eli Manning carried them a little bit for 156 wins. Like if there wasn't Eli Manning, how many games would they have won? Probably not a lot.
Maybe
116. Huh?
Maybe 116. I don't know. It's a 500 win percentage, dude. That's not good.
That's probably like the average, just average. Average win-loss record.
I need to know what Joe Flacco's career win-loss percentage is. That's what I need to know.
This is actually probably pretty solid.
I think it's probably pretty good.
Yeah, he played for a much better team, though, like throughout his career, for sure.
Just a team with a good defense. And Ray Rice.
Yeah, Ray Rice. I was gonna say.
Speaking of quarter running backs in Las Vegas on security cameras,
did you guys see the picture?
Elevators.
Did you see the picture I sent you guys of the dude's face?
That dude got railed.
Mangled.
Real quick, Alvin Kamara definitely going to jail. Probably will be fine, but definitely missing games next year.
Joe Flacco was 98 and 78. Moving on.
Okay, he's elite. We know that though.
Can't spell elite without Joe.
Can't do it. Other than the Kamara thing, that's just going to be a passing thing. We're not going to touch on that too much right now because details are still coming out, but it does not look good for my man.
He beat the crap out of that dude.
Yeah.
His face is not
good.
That prison yard football team's looking better and better.
Dog, Deshaun Watson, Alvin Kamara, Henry Ruggs.
Yeah.
Like, the Mean Machines might actually compete for a Super Bowl.
Aaron Hernandez, bro.
Well, I mean, he's on permanent IR, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
AB potentially...
he might make a comeback.
Crazy. Just craziness. But also, really quick, we have to touch on this. The Pro Bowl is dog shit and needs to just be banned. Like, it needs to be discontinued.
I said this to Cade. I'm like, listen.
It might be the worst product of all sports.
I said to Cade is what they should do. Instead of this two-hand touch, they should take the pads off, the helmets off, and throw flags on each other and play flag football because that would be awesome to watch these guys do spin moves. Do spin moves and like dodge each other, their bodies and stuff, like get like so they don't get their because two-hand touch. It was I didn't even pull the game up. It wasn't even a thing I was even looking forward to. I was looking more forward to the race at the Coliseum.
No, the skills stuff.
Yeah, well, you're
talking about the LA Coliseum, the Busch Clash.
Yeah, 100%. I was more excited to watch that and the Olympics, obviously, which we haven't even touched on really.
Let's get through football season.
But I'm just saying, I'm just saying, like I didn't even, like honestly, I forgot the Pro Bowl was even happening because I don't really care.
No, I didn't watch it.
Okay.
I turned it on, saw a couple plays, and then I was like, I'm just gonna watch highlights, and then I just saw all the two-hand touch shit, and I'm like,
they're now playing Madden. They're playing Madden against each other for a skill. Like, what is that?
I'm cool with the Madden tourney. I'm cool with all the skill stuff. Like, go back to 2000 when we had Cordell Stewart, Brett Favre, Drew Bledsoe, and all these dudes just chucking balls as far as possible. I want a passing distance competition.
So many people were like, were saying, what's his face was rolling over in his grave. Sean Taylor was rolling over in his grave.
What about so what I'll say right now. Like, I think the best product of I'm going to say the dunk contest has kind of fallen off a little bit just because of the names that have been entering. But the NBA All-Star Weekend, I think, is the best one of all sports.
And I would I would agree with that. And I think I put NHL second because they don't
have MLB's there too.
I was
because
there.
They're actually
I'm not even putting NHL second. I'm putting the home run derby.
The home run derby.
Well, no, it's not even the All-Star game actually has meaning. The winning team
picks who wins.
The winning team gets home field advantage in the World Series.
It has
the most meaning. Yeah. It has the most meaning of any All-Star game.
I like what the NBA did about
NHL third.
Yeah,
I like the.
I love NHL skill competitions
because they don't compete. Like, it's very fun. Like highlights until the end where they get to that the next 24 points wins. And I think that's so freaking.
When they revised it to make it like that. When they revised it to make it like that, it got really good.
Well, and the whole drafting
up.
thing. The drafting thing, too, added an extra flair to it as well.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it's the
Yeah.
best. From the beginning to end, and then you got the 3-point contest, which is fun to watch.
Yes.
Slam dunk contest historically
is fun to watch.
It's fun to watch.
Some of the best moments in sports history.
Right. Historically. The last 2 or 3 years have been kind of rough, but historically it's been great.
No, but like even the NHL, like they don't play a real game. They do the conference against each other in 3-on-3, and you just play for a short time, and then you advance in a round robin setting. Like
that's dope. I love that.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's different. But like the Pro Bowl, but like Darius Slade put out a tweet, which this is so true. He's like, listen, he's like, you guys, like, I understand. I see a lot of tweets about how bad the Pro Bowl is, but at the end of the day, we're guys playing for millions of dollars after the season. Like, sorry.
Yeah, they already like every other All-Star
guys trying to get contract extensions, and if they tear an ACL, they're not going to get that extension. End of story. They're not going to get the money that
it has to be right after the playoffs or just not a thing. Like it has to be basically week 19, like the same as Super Wildcard Weekend, or not at all.
Right. And like a good point that like just to think about how much players value the Pro Bowl. Josh Allen decided to go play in the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am this week instead of playing the Pro Bowl. And he was nodded before Mac Jones. So just to put it in perspective.
Yeah.
How much they care about it. They don't care.
No, they don't give a shit, dude. It doesn't matter. Like even the thing is now it's not. There used to be contractual like exceptions for getting into the Pro Bowl because it was voted on not by fans. So it was like basically the baby All-Pro roster. Now in contracts, it's make the All-Pro team.
Yeah.
Instead of just the Pro Bowl, because no one cares about the Pro Bowl. They don't.
No.
This had, by the way, like 6 million viewers, which still stupid numbers for all other sports. But was the second lowest viewed Pro Bowl since I think like 2000. So
yeah, makes sense. It's terrible.
It was just really bad, man.
I didn't even know it was on, to be honest.
Yeah. It was bad. Also, moving from Hawaii. I mean, that was one of the best parts.
That was the best part.
Yeah.
Where was it this year?
It's in Vegas. It was in
Vegas. It used to be in Orlando and Miami. They would do it in Florida.
Oh, that's right.
They stopped doing it in Hawaii for I don't know why. Which I mean, that was technically the reason the players went was that was like a vacation, basically.
100%. Yeah, they can go to Vegas anytime they want. I mean, they can go to Hawaii.
Literally, they can. But it was
like it's still the same.
It was like this thing that you were doing. Like it was this whole big thing.
Yeah.
You just don't go to Hawaii though. You just don't.
Yeah,
even if you have millions of dollars.
Yeah, you just don't get up and go to Hawaii. Like,
you go to Vegas for a flight. You
Also,
get up on a jet and go to Vegas for a flight easy. But not Hawaii, though. You have to be going with the family.
It's a 12-hour flight. Like,
it's a commitment.
Guys, is All-Star Weekend this weekend for the NBA?
It's always around Valentine's Day. But I don't think they would do it on Super Bowl weekend.
No,
there's no shot they do.
Yeah.
No shot they do it on Super Bowl weekend. That would be the biggest L. It'd be the biggest L of all time.
Well, again, the NHL did it in direct competition with the Pro Bowl.
The only thing it does well on Super Bowl weekend is the Waste Management Open because it's the type of tournament. Yeah. They literally moved the Waste Management Open to this weekend so that they this year.
We're going to talk about this during the NFL offseason, but ESPN Plus picking up golf is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, we've touched on it here and there, like, when it came through, but, like, I was looking at the schedule today, and it is massive.
Yeah, it's PGA Tour Live's on ESPN now. It's great.
I actually want to go there.
Waste Management Open? Oh, me too.
I'm going to be in Arizona at the end of this month.
I want to sit on 16.
Yeah, so bad. I just want to get absolutely...
Just get blackout drunk and scream random
I would love
shit.
to go to the Waste Management Open, but I also would love to go to the...
just chant Big Dick Rick every time Ricky comes up, dude. I'm telling you.
Hear what I said, though, Cal?
Huh?
The All-Star Games in Cleveland, it would be dope to go to.
Yeah, that would be... Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Again, I went to the MLB
I
All-Star
think we said
game.
we said that a little bit ago.
It was cool.
When we drove through Cleveland.
Yeah.
Oh, and I drove through Cleveland.
All right, boys, it's time. It's why we're all here. It's basically what this show has led up to. It's
I'm
Super
here so I
Bowl
don't get
time.
fined, bro.
All right. Right out of the gate, who do we got?
Heads.
Facts. No, tails, bro. Come on.
It's tails. It's tails.
Yeah.
Heads. Fuck the tails.
I mean, look, hey, the Bengals called heads in that game. They got lucky.
By the way, Dad, do you know if there was a 2-point conversion last week?
Yeah, there was a 2-point conversion.
So you won
in the Pro Bowl?
You get
Sorry,
it.
2 weeks ago.
No,
Yeah.
I got it all right here because I filled it out.
Also,
I didn't take that one as my official bet because we were kind of going back and forth on it. I put money on it. My other bet was the Bengals +7 and Jamar Chase anytime touchdown. Those are my 2 bets.
Has the line moved at all? It has moved. Moved a whole point.
I thought, okay.
No, we just, it was one of those.
I don't know.
Okay,
so that was point
yeah,
9
we'll get to betting in a little bit, but yeah, I went 2-0. Cal went 0-2, which brutal. I mean, just brutal.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Cade went 1-1. Cade had our first official push. You had Rams -3 instead of 3.5. You some bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And then Evan, you went.
That's why you buy the half point, baby.
It is. And then Evan, you went 1-1.
I did. Yes.
I lost by a half point.
Yeah, no, Cal, you got.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got fucked.
Okay, you push up. So for like the units, you just
you
just lost the Chiefs one.
I get $100 back, so I don't lose anything.
Yeah, he doesn't lose anything.
Right, so you just lost the Chiefs one.
Correct.
Yes. So I lost a 1 unit on the Chiefs.
1 unit. Yep.
I was gonna say.
But anyways, the line moved. I don't know if you guys saw, but it moved up a point.
To in favor of
4.5 Bengals plus 4.5 minus 4.5 for the Rams.
Did Jamar Chase score tie?
Yes, he did. The only one we didn't hit on our parlay was Odell.
OBJ.
That's my fault.
Yeah, we went 3 of 4.
That's my fault. You guys said Cooper Kupp and I said no Odell.
Back-to-back weeks of 3 out of 4. Brutal.
No, actually, do you know how much money we'd be winning right now if we went back to back?
That like I said, that last one was on me because you guys could clip it. You guys said Cooper Kupp and I said no OBJ.
Literally, no joke.
Cooper Kupp had 2 touchdowns.
As a podcast, we probably up like $5,000 right now.
Oh, by the way, I know this is a long shot, and I know why the odds are the way they are, but a very early lock for me, and I genuinely mean this, very early lock. Position of the MVP award, quarterback versus any other position. So Joe Burrow or Matt Stafford versus the field. Any other position is plus 230.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp,
if
Odell,
if
Von Miller, Aaron Donald.
If the Rams win the Super Bowl, if the Rams win the game, Cooper Kupp will be the MVP. He's going to get some sort of award for this season. He's going to get some sort of award.
He's going to get offensive player of the year.
Is it? Do they do that NFC
Thursday?
AFC?
No,
is it
Thursday?
I'm writing.
It's not because Jonathan Taylor could.
Jonathan
battle
Taylor
for that as well.
is gonna. It's gonna be between him and Cooper. For sure.
I don't think anyone can take it for Cooper Kupp right now.
I will riot if TJ Watt doesn't get it. Defensive player of the year.
Yeah, it would be really bad. Did you see what Aaron Donald said this week?
No.
What did he say?
He said that TJ Watt deserves MVP votes. He's like, for what he does for the Steelers and only played that amount of games and still broke records. He's like, he deserves MVP votes.
Also, I like this one a lot too. Either Jamar Chase or Cooper Kupp to score 2+ touchdowns. So one of the top 2 receivers in the league right now, or in the Super Bowl, plus 150. I think Cooper gets too easy. He has to, basically. I'm also gonna definitely take Odell +2 just because that would be such a you to Cleveland if he scores 2 touchdowns in the big game.
Let me ask you guys this: so who are we picking for the game, though?
Everything, and I mean everything, tells me Rams, but I'm riding the Bengals, man. I have to.
I think the Bengals are going to win.
Cade's mad at me because I said I want the Bengals to win. He's like,
I don't want the Bengals to win.
What Steelers fan wants the Bengals to win? I want it for the storyline, bro.
Yeah. I don't want the Bengals to win, but
I think AFC North strong, baby.
I've never met anyone in my life that roots for other teams in their division.
I hate the Rams, so I want the Bengals to win.
I'm picking the Rams because I picked them to begin with.
You're in a corner on this one, Kate.
Even though I will 100% be happy.
I'm pretty sure I did too. I said the Colts versus the Rams, and I said the Rams win. Pretty sure I said that.
No, I'm pretty sure you took the Colts.
You picked the Colts to win.
Yeah, I don't think I took them to win the Super Bowl.
Make it to the AFC Championship
I didn't think I
game.
took Super Bowl. I said he was going to win the MVP, and they were going to get to the Super Bowl. They were my dark horse. I don't know.
Carl wins.
Either way.
We'd have to clip it.
But anyways, I don't know. This one is so hard for me because I'm happy for whoever wins. So like I'm not rooting for one or the other. I don't like the Rams -4.5. I will say that.
No, I absolutely love the Bengals at plus 4.5.
Yeah,
love the Bengals.
Yeah. I'll probably buy it at 6.5 probably.
Plus 4 right now on FanDuel time. Yeah. You see that?
Oh, yeah, I did. By the way, absolutely think this is an over game. I really do. The over-under right now is at 48.5.
I think what's going to happen, just like the way the Bengals do, they're going to come out slow. And they're a second half football team.
I mean, they've all said that, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to come out slow. They're going to take out football team, and Joe Burrow's going to throw like 3 touchdowns in the second half. Huh?
The lock of the century is for the Bengals to cover the second half.
Yeah, I think Bengals, Rams first half, Bengals second half, then whoever,
The Bengals have covered 69% of their second halves this year.
Yeah, that's stupid. But again, I think like this is even 27-24, like whoever, pick whichever team, but that covers the over.
You want to know what the best bet of the week is? Joe Burrow over rushing yards, 11.5. Killed it last time. Murdered it last time. He played against.
I might take both quarterbacks. They're both gonna. I mean, Stafford's only like 33. He's gonna be moving.
That's the only bet in football I've made in like 6 weeks. I put $40 on him over 9.5 rushing yards, and he had like 40.
Hey, just so you guys know, Matthew Stafford's first pass, it's passing props. Matthew Stafford's first pass, incomplete or intercepted, is plus 250.
I don't think it's going to be an interception, but it definitely can be incomplete.
It could definitely be incomplete. Result of Joe Burrow's first pass, incomplete, plus 210.
I think he's going to have a great game. I think McVay is going to have a great game plan. I honestly think McVay has 2 Super Bowls. I mean, it has a Super Bowl already if they play any other team than that Patriots team that year. So I think Sean McVay is going to come out and have a perfect game plan, and they're going to win this game. I think Joe Burrow, if anyone can win this game against the Rams, I think it is Joe Burrow, though. Because like I think he can just rally his guys. I will say that Joe Burrow, people were like, "Oh, Joe's a young Tom," and I'm like, dude, I hate when people say that. Cal was talking about Steelers Twitter was like tweeting, "Man, Joe Burrow plays like a young Big Ben." I'm like, shut the up.
Joe Burrow or Josh Allen?
No, Joe Burrow.
No, Josh Allen. Sure.
They're saying
not
Joe
even
Burrow
Josh Allen doesn't either,
because the amount of times he gets sacks and how many times he sheds the tackles. That's why they were saying it.
Dude, so many it's just such a stupid statement. I can't stand that.
Well, I agree. I just don't know what they said.
But whenever anyone's like, "Oh, he's a young," it's like, dude, shut up. Like, it's terrible.
Currently, Joe Mixon over 124.5 rushing yards is plus 1,000.
Either team to score on the first offensive play is plus 4,300.
First offensive play?
First offensive play.
Jamar Chase burns Jalen Ramsey.
I was going to say Jamar Chase just torches somebody.
That's the only way.
Or Cooper. To score 2+ touchdowns, Odell Beckham is plus 850. Cooper is plus 290. Boy, there's a lot of things I like in here.
Oh yeah, it's dude. Last year, I had literally like 27 active live bets going on in the Super Bowl.
That's glorious.
And I didn't win very many of them because majority of them were angled towards the Chiefs, and they did not do well. So
I don't even know who Trent Taylor is, but I just bet him for first touchdown score.
Love that. Oh, where was this?
Plus 6,500.
Shit, where is this? I saw this one thing. It was like to score in the first minute, so basically a kick return or first offensive play touchdown was like plus like 9,000 to score in the first minute. Shoot.
LOL, just because we're talking about betting, Kentucky was minus 11 against South Carolina. The guy caught the ball with 3 seconds left in front of the basket in a fast break moment. Didn't score to go up to go up 12. Instead, he walked away from the basket, waited until after the horn rang, and dunked it.
I forgot I did have a couple like last year. I did like the first kickoff to result in a touchback and all that stuff. I remember that. That was fun.
I mean, how much is this for?
Ooh, well, if your team miss an extra point, yes is plus 295. I know we got two good kickers. But the amount of extra points missed this year, like that's almost worth putting a little bit of cheddar on. But yeah, as for the game though, I think it's going to be one of the better Super Bowls we've seen. For the mere fact is, like I said, I think the whole like America is so split on who they want to win. Like there's not like a
I like 70-30 Bengals, but yeah, that's just because I hate the Rams.
I think if Matt Stafford gets a Super Bowl, everyone's gonna be like, awesome, good for him. I mean, he was in Detroit jail for how many years?
13.
And then now we got Joe Burrow, who's this cool young, up and coming, pro that he's actually going to make history with winning the Heisman National Championship and Super Bowl. No one's ever done that. So
no quarterback's ever done
that. Ever done that. Yeah, no quarterback's ever done that. So, and he could do that within a 3-year span,
which is just absurd.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm super excited. And yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Also, a pretty good.
I'm also pumped for the halftime show.
The halftime show is going to be electric.
The quarter show is going to be electric too. I don't know if you saw that as well. Lil Dicky's performing after between the first and second quarter.
Wait, actually,
first ever.
Lil Dicky?
Yeah.
Like actually.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll send you the video, dude. He put a promotion out. GoPuff is sponsoring it.
It's delivery service.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. He was the first ever.
I love it.
Quarter show.
That's actually awesome. Show. That fits him perfect.
It's hilarious.
Also, I know it's minus money, but hear me out. The opening kickoff to be a touchback. 14 of the last 17 have not been touchbacks because it's a brand new ball that they then immediately take and put away. So it's not a K ball. It's not broken in, anything like that. So no, it right now is minus 112, but yes is also minus 112. It is almost certainly not going to be a touchback because also both kickers have a 60% touchback ratio, which means 40% of the time with real balls, they're not getting touchbacks anyway. Mm-hmm. So I'm leaning real heavy towards the opening kickoff touchback. No.
See, I thought the same thing like last year, but the only reason I said yes is because of the adrenaline.
No, and I was with you, but then I found out like of the last 17, only 14 only 3 have been touchbacks.
One was last year.
It is literally because kicking that ball is like a cinder block because it's not broken in at all.
Yeah. One was last year.
Which makes it even crazier that Devin Hester returned that one.
Yep.
Because it would have been a touchback. It was 3 yards deep.
Yep.
All right, so with all that being said, as I mentioned, I went 2-0 last week. Are we good to move on to betting, or does anyone want to talk any more about the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's just so much speculation. There's nothing like we can really do. I mean, much pick.
So, okay, who do we think is going to be the X factor on offense and defense? Can be from the same team, different teams. I don't give a shit.
Aaron Donald. There's no other answer.
See, mine's Von Miller. Mine's Von, because you have to double team Aaron. I think Von Miller will be the game changer if he can get pressure. I think that on defense, just both teams, Von Miller is the linchpin.
I also think not because of his performance, like how good he's going to play. I also think it's Matt Stafford. He can't have any interceptions in this type of game.
No,
you can't. I think it's a huge thing.
I think he's going in the playoffs yet.
I know. I'm just saying in general. Like,
just, I'm saying. I don't think he has that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know that he should have had one.
Yeah,
I think he did throw one against San Fran though.
I would say yes with that defense, but go ahead, Evan.
I'd say for me, it's definitely the flip side. Cincinnati's O-line. Got to keep Joe Burrow protected.
Yeah.
Also a very important one.
That's gonna be a tough task. Tough task.
KD has 1 interception right now, and it was against San Fran.
Yeah, I thought so.
So he's got 6 touchdowns, 1 interception, with like a 70% completion, like a 71% completion percentage.
He's had a good playoff session.
He's had a good run for sure.
Yep.
So for also the offensive side of the ball, I think both teams are going to go, but Joe Mixon has to have a good game to take pressure off of Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Like Mixon has, because that'll also help the line. Joe Mixon has to have a game. He has to have a good game.
I think Jalen Ramsey's got to strap up.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase and Burrow can't get going.
Well, The thing is, Jalen doesn't always chase. Like, he doesn't always follow the number one
He will
around.
today. He will
Nice.
today. He
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He will today.
I mean, he didn't against Devontae last year.
That's a bad matchup for him, though, because Devontae's much bigger than him.
Well, and Devontae's a really good route runner.
Yeah.
Jamar's got straight line speed still, but he'll develop footwork, but it's going to be an interesting one.
Yep.
But yeah, I need, like, Joe Mixon has to have a good game, and on the flip side, yeah, I mean, I think if Von Miller has 2 or 3 sacks, then the Rams will win pretty handily.
I like the Rams. I do.
I just want the Bengals to win.
I'm not going to bet on them, though. Not betting on the Rams.
No, I'm not betting straight up. I might take Bengals +4. No, I'm not going to do it.
Not betting on the game.
No.
Because I lose every bet I bet, so I don't want them to lose, so I'm not going to do that.
No, I hear you.
I don't think it's fair for them, especially when I picked them to do this all year long.
Also,
I think everything I picked about the Rams were correct.
Tim picked the Rams.
Tim did pick the Rams. Tim the Tapman did pick the Rams.
Yeah.
That's very bad.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Not good. He is 1-0 since losing 10 straight though.
Yeah, but it was an esports bet. Like,
hey man.
And it was if live betting, like they would what was it? Boston was up 2-1 against LA, and then he goes, Boston will not choke this and win the game.
The fucking Chiefs were up 24
to
9.
Yep.
And he took a picture. Sorry, 24-10. And he took a picture of him.
Weren't they at? Wasn't it 21 to 3 at one
21
point?
to 3.
Yeah.
No, but at halftime it was 24-10 at halftime.
21. They didn't take the field
21.
goal.
Sorry. He took a picture of him wearing a Tyreek Hill jersey, and they scored 3 points in the second half.
Yeah.
It don't matter. They could be up 30. It's in play.
It's just insane, honestly. All right, yeah. What do we got for bets, boys?
Joe Burrow over 11.5 rushing yards. Let me give you my units. Auburn just lost to Arkansas.
It is. I'll tell you. I'm looking at it right now. Wait, no, I'm on receiving.
I have it right here. -114. Okay.
Yeah, so Kane, week 5, Burrow over rushing.
And then I'm taking Matt Stafford MVP +130.
Ooh.
I am going directly against you then. Just know that.
What were the units? -114, right?
No. Well, for what?
For
your
Joe
rushing.
Burrow over 11 rushing yards was
-114 for Joe Burrow,
-114.
+130 for Matt Stafford MVP. Fuck Walker Kessler. I'm glad they lost, little bitch.
You said +130, just to make sure?
Yep.
Okay. Man, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Where is... I know what my other one is. I just got to find
There's too many bets.
There's so many bets. Game to be decided by exactly 3 points is +490.
I feel like it should be more than that, but...
I mean, most of the playoff games have been a 3-point game over the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's true, but... First and last touchdown score, even. Wow.
Yeah. Clock management props. Team to have more time of possession. Rams -130. Bengals +106.
This is probably a really big mistake. Okay. For my 2 bets. But I am running with the same exact bets I did last time.
Odell TD.
Odell TD and the Bengals over 10.5 points in the first half. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm doing it.
I like it. What's the odds?
The over 10.5 is +114. So it's actually gone up. It wasn't like that last time.
Because of what happened.
Yeah. And then Odell's +125. Dude, I was so bad. I was so mad when they only scored 10 points in that first half and lost by half point. Oh, I was so mad. I'm ready with it. Wait.
I mean, I like it. All right.
DMCA.
All right, Evan, you good for me?
Yep.
All right. So I am doing that one MVP any other position. So it's quarterback versus the field.
That was gonna be mine.
It's plus two. It's plus 230, man. You have to take that. Like I just feel like you have to.
EP any other plus 2.3.
Yeah, plus 230, and then Cal, I kind of like your idea. I'm gonna ride with Jamar Chase anytime touchdown again. Plus 110. What was it last week? 2 weeks ago.
Oh shit.
It was minus 115 last week, so Jalen Ramsey is swinging this thing by a lot, actually.
I kind of want to just go big on one.
That's what I was
Like
thinking.
a big unit bet. Well, first, I'd like to announce my first bet. I'm taking heads. Minus 104.
You gotta go like you did last year.
Yep.
Dude, you put so much money on that last year, dude. It was so funny. Oh, it was so funny.
Dude, like, I'd be up, 80 units if somebody returned the kickoff and I would only lose one? Be crazy. I'll probably just do Super Bowl MVP. Fuck it. I'll take Cooper Kupp, Super Bowl MVP.
Jesus.
I like it. I really do.
Hey, by the way,
I'm kind of went with that one I was gonna bet, but you took. Well, I could always just bet it again.
I'm gonna actually.
I think that's the only person that wins.
I'm gonna back up my bet. I'm not taking the Bengals minus 10. 10.5. I'm gonna take the Rams over 13.5 in the first half. I'm gonna switch.
What's the odds?
Minus 115.
Really?
Yep. Dude, they get up quick. And then they win their lead.
That's in the first half, right?
First half, yeah.
Hey,
okay.
Just so you guys know, this is just superstition for no other reason other than I have seen The Simpsons predict far too many things.
They have. Yeah. What do they predict? What do they got?
The final score, Cincinnati 34, LA 31. They did this in like 1988.
34-31.
I'm betting that exact margin.
No, it's plus 13,000 right now.
How do I find it? Where's it under?
The Bengals legitimately did
correct score. Here it is.
I'm sorry. The Simpsons predicted a Bengals Super Bowl 34-31 against LA.
Bengals
plus
winning
13,000. Did I put $70 on it?
Dude,
how much?
It is $9,100. That's what I have left. I deposited 300. I have 70 left.
But no, genuinely, like, that is a real thing. The Simpsons, I've seen predict far too many things. I have to at least put $1 on it.
I just put $25. Let's go.
You absolute insane person.
All right, so I got 45 left. I don't know what else to do.
I'll put 5 on it for 650. And then I'm going to go put money on the exact winning margin by 3.
Oh, yeah. Doubled up.
Yeah, exactly. Winning margin. Not that one. Yeah. Does anyone have anything else to add? Oh, are we going to do a pod bet? Are we going to try and throw together a little
yeah. Let's do one, yeah.
Where is... All right, yeah. That's the episode, everybody.
Yes, sir.
That's our thing. It's Jamar Chase anytime touchdown, Odell anytime touchdown, Rams over 13.5 in the first half, and Joe Burrow to rush over 11 yards for the game.
Bet irresponsibly this weekend.
I was going to say this weekend, just let it fly at this point. I don't really give a shit. Get drunk.
Bet irresponsibly.
Eat a lot of good food. Buff chick dip, preferably. But, yeah. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the weekend.
Yes, sir.